Good morning. We're going to make a plant hanger today. I'm hoping this is a bit of a quickie. I posted a time lapse of a really quick plant hanger, and I'm going to hopefully make this for you in one take. So yeah, I'm out on the deck. It's 8:30 in the morning, and I just figured if I can do it in about 10 minutes, when I'm not talking, you can listen to the Aussie birds in their morning chorus. Okay, so to begin with, I have cut 6 pieces of single twist. Is it single twist? Well, it's brushable macrame cotton. 6 pieces cut to the length of 2 meters. And now I'm just going to attach them all to this ring. It's just a curtain ring, and this is just a cheap $8 IKEA rack, and I'm going to make a plant hanger. So first of all, we are going to attach those 6 pieces using a lark's head knot. So taking each piece in the middle, finding the middle point, dropping it through down the back, and then pulling the long ends through. That's 3, 4. I was going to make a live video of this, but I don't really have the balls to do that yet. I shall build up to that. Anyway. Okay. So that is all 6. We're going to do 3 square knots. So taking the first cord, crossing it over the 2 in the middle and behind the 4th one, and bringing that 4th one back through, and then repeating the opposite way around. I've got some slower square knot tutorials on my feed, so if you'd like the link, let me know. Okay, so that's the first row, 3 square knots. I'm going to drop down now about an inch, but we're not going to use the 2 cords on each side. We're going to take the next 4 and make a square knot. Leaving about an inch between the rows at first. We're going to be increasing that space between the rows as we work down the plant hanger. Alright, so now we are going to incorporate those 2 again on either side, taking the first 4, and we're going to make a row of 3 square knots, but we're going to drop down about 1.5 inches this time, just a little bit longer in between our rows here. Taking the next 4. So this is a really good beginner project. Once you learn how to do these 2 knots, the lark's head knot and the square knot, you can make quite a number of macrame items. And towards the end, I'll show you a wrapping knot as well. So if you're unfamiliar with how to finish off a plant hanger at the bottom, I can show you that. So now we're going to drop down to another row. We're going to be taking those 2 out of the picture again and making another square knot. This time we're going to leave about 2 inches from the row above. There we go. And again, we're going to do another row here, and we're going to take the first 4 cords again. So a row of 3 square knots, dropping down a bit further this time, and then I'll just have to adjust the camera a bit and we can keep going. After this step, I'm going to add 2 cords onto the side just to make it a little bit wider, because we're going to start making the kind of cradle for our plant pot, or even a lantern. You could use a glass bowl and some fairy lights in any of the plant hanger designs. Okay, so I'm just going to move this down a little bit. Here we go. Right, so now I have cut, or I'm going to cut 2 more lengths at probably only about a metre. So cut 2 lengths at a metre. I'll grab my scissors. And we're just going to attach these to the outer 2 cords, just like a square knot. We're just taking the middle point of our extra cord, and we're just going to make a square knot. It's a bit fiddly this way because it's a bit loose, but you're just essentially making the same knot that you made above. You're just using cords that aren't attached. So you just follow the same process, and we make an extra one there. And then I take the second piece and I take the first 2 cords and I make a square knot there, crossing over, back through. Just about to get bitten by a mozzie. Hold on. Okay, dropping down and then finishing that square knot. All right, now we're going to make another square knot in the next 4 to complete a row of 4 square knots this time. Then we're going to join them at the front. All right, so now we have 4 square knots. I think I'm going to have to go down further. Yes, I am. Hold on. Right, here we go. All right, so now we want to make our plant hanger join at the front. So we are literally taking the 2 cords on either side, and we're going to make a square knot here using the outer cord and the inner cords of the filler cords. So we just literally join those 2 rows, or 2 sides I should say, to create a square knot. Now we are then going to take the next 4, and in line with this one, we're going to make another square knot and go all the way round. All right, final 4. You're trying to stay out of the shot. It's Monday morning. All right, so now we have another row. Starting to look a little bit like a plant hanger here. And I'm not sure if we'll do another row. Let me just grab my vase. Yes, I think I'll do another row. I said this would be about 10 minutes. It's probably gone over, but anyway, I'd rather do it so it looks nice. So We'll do another row of alternate square knots. So I'm just taking 2 cords from one knot, 2 cords from another to make a square knot in the middle. And I'm not leaving much of a gap here because I want these to be decorative and to be seen on the side of the plant hanger. So just one more final row, then we'll do the wrapping knot and it's all done. Alright, so just going to test that one more time with the vase. Yeah, that's nice, like that. Okay, so that's looking good. Okay, so now I'm just going to take note as to where my wrapping knot needs to be. So it's going to be about, I would say, 10 centimeters underneath the last row of knots. So in order to do that, I'm going to take the vase back out. I'm going to cut myself a piece of cord that is about 1 meter and 20 centimeters long. Right, so to do our wrapping knot, I'm just going to poke this cord out of the way. We're going to use that as a bit of a handle to pull upon. I'm going to drop down and I'm going to make a loop, probably about 5 centimeters underneath. I'll just go down a little bit more if I can. Okay, about 5 centimeters underneath where I want the wrapping knot to stop. So I've left my 10 centimeters and now I'm just going to start wrapping all those cords together nice and tight. You need a fair bit of tension here. Not too tight, but it's going to hold a plant, so it could get heavy. So I'm just working round and round in a spiral, heading down towards that loop. All right, so keep going. Where is that loop? It's right here. Okay, so I think that'll do. Yeah, that'll do. So I'm now going to find that loop and I'm going to put the long end through the loop. Okay, just get that out of the way. So the long end's gone through the loop, and now I'm going to take that piece I left at the top earlier and I'm just going to pull up, and as you can see it'll disappear. The loop disappears up inside here, and that is a wrapping knot. So I'm just going to cut the top off that now, and we shall see how this looks. Okay, lovely. Now I am going to trim this, but you can just unravel it or brush it out, do whatever you like with it. I'm just going to go straight across for this one and leave it at that, and there you have it. I see I took 14 minutes there. So this is a 14-minute plant hanger. Hope you enjoyed.